We're talking about the MaxRex 230. New machine, first one in North America, and it is a fantastic machine.
This is mud not mixed out of the machine. This is the old way we had to do it. I'm not going to do much because it's a lot harder.
What are the men like best about it?
Well, they like it because they're not working over their head so much anymore. Because in the past they had to take the mud, put it in a pan, take it on the blade, and do it overhead, and that's a lot of lifting, a lot of shoulder work above their head. Where this way they can just spray it with the machine, and then all they have to do is skim coat over it. So they're not holding the pan, they only hold the pan to take excess off the ceiling versus taking mud out of the pan, applying it to the ceiling, and smoothing off of that. So from that application alone, they were men and they wanted to kiss me, so I knew we were in trouble there. So
I've been doing this since I was 16. That's 27 years of experience, and this machine makes it a lot easier. It is a new technology.
The machine is a MaxRex 230. It's a machine that was invented in Sweden many years ago, but we have redesigned it with a new type of DC motor with a resolver, and that is the most important part on this unit. Now you can use it with a 220 volt instead of a 380, which the original design was. And the advantages is that you can spray on thick material, but you can also spray thin material. You can spray anything from water to mud, heavy mud. So whatever you want to spray, if that is paint, so be it. But anything between those 2 points. And the unit here is the electronic box. Has an hour meter. You can set the speed, which is the same as the volume of the material, and you can set the pressure individually. So you can, on this machine, you can spray texture as well as you can spray a smooth finish. So you can use the same machine for both purposes. So you don't have to have dual machines and dual nozzles and all this stuff. You just have one machine, and it will be much easier and more convenient for the guys.
What are you most excited about in terms of the opportunities that this will provide?
The most exciting part for me is that it will save their necks, their backs, and their shoulders. They will extend their work life. So a guy normally, I don't think you see that many drywall people after age 45, but now you probably can see them all the way up to age 65. This box is a box that produces 220. We are using one outlet here and one outlet on the other side of the house. So we are using 2 different phases of the 110. So together they make 220. And then this box tells us, yes, you do have 220. It's not, if you get the same phase, it doesn't come on. So it's real easy. And so any house that doesn't have 220 as a dryer or similar, it's no problem, we can get 220. These are the scackles, so you can easily transport the unit. But when you store it, it collapses down to a smaller size. So you don't have to have a big storage area, and you can store it on the back of your truck. And it's about the same weight as a wheelbarrow with some material in it. But it's really easy to transport.
knock it up, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So this is the unit.
See how thick it is in there? That's they never put water in it. This is a TNT, they call it topping and taping type of material. It's a very viscous type of material, but we don't have to put water in it. We keep it as is. We have to take plastic bag, hold it over, dump it in. We are ready. Okay. Underneath the unit, we have a pressure chamber, which evens out the pressure for the unit. So you always have the same pressure and not an uneven pressure on the spray pattern. The spray pattern doesn't go like this. It goes open fully immediately.
Talk about the viscosity again.
The viscosity of material is very important because if you leave the material as it is when it comes from the factory, it has a lot of glue in it. And if you have to put water in it, you minimize that gluing action and you can't put it on very thick. And this is the 3 pistons. And one of the pistons has a paddle on it that moves up and down with the piston and softens the material. And that will make it possible for the material to go into the pump and doesn't have air bubbles and air pockets. Yeah, normally the guys are putting on the mud by hand and have to squeeze it into the ceiling or to the walls, and then it will take a lot of effort to put it on. Now they're just smoothing it out after the machine has sprayed it on and they eliminated all the air bubbles, so they don't have to have that problem later on.
How long will it take them to do that room?
Approximately 10-15 minutes.
What would a job like this, we've got what, 5 rooms here, what would that normally take with a regular?
Hard labor is about 3 to 4 days of hard labor.
And with this?
It's about, took, I think it was less than an hour and about 2 hours.
Got some happy men here with a lot of work they can get done.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Sure it does.
Like downtown.
So now you can see the difference between the beginning of the ceiling until he finished it out. He put on quite a thick coat to be able to cover up most of this rough surface.
How many square feet are you doing here?
It's approximately 1,600 to 2,000.
And you'll do this in how much time?
About the total time, including floating the ceiling, is about 2 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours.
My shoulders feel great. Less mud in my pan. Just, just wear and tear on the body. It makes it a lot easier to work with.